Welcome student in the new session of chapter 4 Animal Kingdom part 1. So in this video we are going to discuss about the phylums of animal kingdom, characteristics of animal kingdom. What is an animal? Animals are multicellular and heterotrophic organisms without cell wall and chlorophyll. Porifera, Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Asclepias, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. These all are the phylums and we are going to learn about them one by one. But before starting discussing about the phylums, let us discuss the basic characteristics of classification. These are level of organization, body symmetry, germinal layers, coelom, that is body cavity, metamerism, and notochord. First one is level of organization. Based on the organization of cells, animals are grouped as 4 levels. Number 1 is cellular level of organization. The second is tissue level of organization. Third one is organ level of organization. And fourth is organ system of organization. Cellular level of organization, where cells are arranged as loose cells aggregates. So organisms perform the basic function with the help of cells. In tissue, cells are arranged into tissues. Organ level of organizations, tissues are arranged into organs, and examples are from Platyhelminthes to all chordates. The example of tissue level of organization is Cnidaria and Ctenophora, whereas the cellular level of organization example is Porifera. The fourth one is organ system level of organization. Here, organ associated to form an organ system, and each system performs a specific physiological functions. Example are all higher animals. They have the organ system of classification. Organ system of different animals shows complexities. Example, they show the digestive system, they show the circulatory system. Digestive system are also of 2 types, incomplete and complete. Incomplete, it has only single opening that act as mouth and anus. Here is an example of incomplete, right? Here also you can see an incomplete. Whereas complete has both anus and mouth and anus both are present into it. Circulatory system are also of 2 types, open circulatory system and closed circulatory system. The open circulatory system, where blood flows into the body cavity. It doesn't have specialized blood vessels, whereas blood flows into blood vessels. So it is closed. The second classification characteristic is the symmetry. Symmetry is the arrangement of similar body parts on 2 sides of main axis of the body. Based on symmetry, animals are of 2 types, asymmetrical and symmetrical. Asymmetrical body cannot divide into 2 parts like Porifera snails, whereas symmetrical body can be divided into 2 similar parts. Symmetry is further divided into 2 types, radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. Radial symmetry, here body can be divided into 2 equal halves by any vertical plane along central axis. That is oral arboreal axis of the body. Examples are Poriferans, Cnidarians, Ctenophores and Echinodermatas. Bilateral symmetry, here body can be divided into right and left halves only in the one plane. Here you can see only single plane is there, whereas here you can see it can be divided into 2 equal parts from any vertical plane along with the central axis. Example of bilateral are Platyhelminthes to Chordata. From Platyhelminthes, all the organism till Chordata except adult Echinodermata shows the bilateral symmetry. One more example, diagram which is from the NCERT. The body of bilaterally symmetrical animal has dorsal side, a ventral side, that is the lower, left and the right lateral side. So these are the lateral sides. Then anterior, that is cephalic, where the brain is located, and posterior, usually it is towards the anal or the tail side. So that is an anus, or the tail side is known as posterior sides. The third classification characteristic is germinal layer. These are layers of embryo from which all the body organs are formed. Based on the number of germ layers, organisms are either diploblastic or triploblastic. Let's see what is diplo and what is triploblastic. Diploblastic animals, here two germinal layers are present. One is ectoderm, another one is endoderm. In between these layers, there is an undifferentiated jelly-like layer which is known as mesoglein. Examples are Nidaria and Ctenophora. Triploblastic, here three layers are present: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. And examples are from all the platyhelminthes to chordatas. All the organisms are triploblastic in nature. The next characteristic is coelom, that is body cavity. Here when we talk about the body cavity, it is related to the cavity lying to the mesoderm. It's not what the mouth or the stomach or our digestive system has the cavity. No, it is during the time of embryonic development, right? That is in the mesoderm. It is seen between the body wall and the gut. Here you can see in this diagram, this entire is a gut region, right? And this is what the body wall is there, and there is a gap, and that is coelom. Coelom separates the muscles of gut and the body wall. Based on the nature of coelom, animals are of three types: acoelomate, pseudocoelomate, and coelomate. Acoelomate, that means no coelom. The space between body walls and digestive cavity is filled with matrix, that is parenchymatous cell matrix. It's not a parenchyma like the what is present in the plants, but the matrix, simple cells. So those cells are parenchyma. From porifera to platyhelminthes, all the organisms are acoelomate. Then comes the pseudocoelomate. Here, body cavity is not lined by mesoderm, whereas mesoderm is scattered in the form of pouches. You can see mesoderm is scattered in the form of pouches. Example is Asclepias. Coelomate, coelom arises from mesoderm. It's clear, well clear. This white cavity is the coelom, not white cavity. This cavity is coelom. Coelom is lined by peritoneal layer and filled with coelomic fluid. Examples are Annelida to chordates. One more example, figure, you can see it here. What is the function of coelom? It accommodates visceral organs, like we have a cavity, chest cavity, it is because of coelom. Then abdominal cavity, then we have cephalic cavity, that is there in the brain, and this cavity accommodates all these organs like lungs, heart, intestine, stomach, liver are being accommodated in this coelom. Coelomic fluid reduces the friction between these visceral organs, and it also acts as a shock absorber. Fifth characteristic is metamerism. It is a phenomena in which the body or organ is externally and internally divided into repeated segments, and that repeated segment is known as metamers. Examples are annelids and arthropoda. The sixth one is notochord. It is a mesodermally derived, that is from mesoderm. It is mesodermally derived supporting rod formed on the dorsal side during embryonic development in some animals. So if notochord is present, here you can see it is present, a rod-like structure, and it is located to the dorsal side, that is the back side. Animals with notochord are called chordates, and those without the notochord are called non-chordates. Let's see the kingdom Animalia at the glance, all the characteristics of the brief account of all the phylums: Porifera, Cnidaria, Ctenophora. Here they are kept in a group, so it will be easier for understand. Porifera, Cnidaria, and Ctenophora are together in a single group. Platyhelminthes, Asclepias, and from Annelida to Chordata. Because they show somewhere the mixed characteristics or similar characteristics. Level of organization in Porifera is cellular. It doesn't show any kind of germinal layer. Symmetry is radial as well as asymmetry. Coelom is A. They are acoelomate. Cnidaria and Ctenophora, they show the tissue level of organization. They are diploblastic in nature, radial, and acoelomate. Platyhelminthes, it shows organ and organ system of classification. It is triploblastic in nature. Symmetry is bilateral and organism is acoelomate. Asclepias shows organ system of classification. They are triploblastic in nature, bilateral but pseudocoelomate. From Annelida to Chordata, all the organisms have organ system of classification. They all are triploblastic. They all show bilateral symmetry except the Echinodermata that we will discuss during the time of discussion of Echinodermata. It is versatile during the larval stage and adult stage. The adult shows the radial symmetry, whereas the larval in Echinodermata shows the bilateral symmetry. Coelomate, all organisms are coelomate in nature. Thanks for watching.